All right, we are back. It is the Carton Show. Great to have you here. That's Greg Jennings, Green Bay Packer Hall of Famer, of course. Cody Decker, more minor league home runs than anybody else. And always happy to bring another Super Bowl champion into the studio via technology, of course. Not one title, but how many?
Two times.
Two times. Mr. Vince Wilfork joins us right now. Vince, Craig, Cody, and Greg, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, guys. Thank you for having me.
Well, you look a lot smaller than I remember you. Is everything okay? Are you healthy?
I'm healthy, man. 80 pounds smaller. Not playing football no more, so I got to be able to live life for a long time. So that weight had to come off, and life is good. I feel good. I'm healthy.
Nice.
I'm blessed and happy.
You look like you could be a Bill Belichick linebacker right about now.
Well, I told Bill last year. I told Bill when I made the Hall of Fame in Patriots, he looked at me. He said, "You look like you could play still." I said, "Coach, I officially retired today." So I finally turned in my cards and say, "You know what? I don't got it no more." Much as my mind tell me different, but I'm like, nah, I'm a realist. I don't got it anymore.
Nah, you want to be able to walk when you're 65 years old. I respect that.
Right.
You know, a lot of guys retire from football and they stay away from the game. It's hard to watch football just from a mental and emotional standpoint. I know you watch football and you're intimately involved with watching Patriot games because you made some news this year talking about Mac Jones, and not that I want to rehash everything that took place. I'm trying to figure out what aspect of Mac Jones you see that troubles you, because as I watched him develop this year, I thought, and I'm not a Patriot fan, but I was like, I respect the fact that this kid's becoming a vocal leader and speaking his mind on the sideline, but that seemed to bother you, and I wonder if you could walk us through that.
Yeah, I think as a quarterback, you have to be able to stay poised in some situations. You know, it's okay to get upset and show frustration at times, but not every game and every play. You know, it's going to be some plays that it's just not going to work. That's the game. But from that position, we can't have you throwing temper tantrums every single week. And I think he cleaned it up. But one thing I do take from that is I love his passion. It shows me that he cares. It shows me that he knows he has more to give and the team has more to give. It's all about growing up and maturing and understanding that things not going to always happen the way you want to happen. It's learning curves, and you have to be able to grow. So hopefully he got that out of his system. I think he did. I think he piped down a lot because I'm pretty sure Bill and the coaching staff had some words to say to him. So he piped down a lot. So that goes to show me that he's coachable. But I do like the grit and the passion that he has and he plays with. But he just have to understand, as a quarterback, you have to continue to stay poised as a leader of the team, because the team going to follow your lead. And no matter what you do, you're going to always be either right or wrong. Right. Just the quarterback you win, it's because of the quarterback. You lose, it's because of the quarterback. It just comes with the game. So I'm looking forward to him to continue to grow. Like I say, he's still a young guy, so hopefully he got that out of his system.
So, you look at the AFC, you got Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert. In your opinion, can Mac Jones be that level of quarterback for the Patriots?
Well, first of all, he started consistent from coaching. You know, this guy's third year in the game, and then he's already on to his second offensive coordinator.
And let's be honest, the combination of Matt Patricia and Joe Judge is like, what?
Yeah. I mean, so it's a mixture of a lot of things. You know, it's coaching, playing. So, you know, you have to be consistent, and you have to be, you know, you can't have somebody with different coach every other year, you know, especially at that position, you know, because it's hard to come in and learn an offense, and then all of a sudden the offense change, you have to do something different. So you're demanding a lot from a young guy at that. So I think it can be a lot better on both ends, and I think they'll understand that, and I think they'll get it worked out. Hopefully it's with him, but if it's not with him, the next person that comes along, they'll get it figured out.
Vince, I'm going to switch gears on you really quick. You played with a guy for many years in Tom Brady, and you watched a lot of the game the way we all watched a lot of the game. When you look at the Dallas Cowboys, what do they have to do? What must they do defensively, because that's your specialty, to get after your guy, Tom Brady?
They got to pressure him up the middle. Tom don't care about you running around. He don't care about that. But if you bring pressure up the middle with him, it frustrates him, you know. And And listen, and Cowboys have to understand, you're going into this game playing against Tom Brady where the ball is going to come out fast. So you might not get a lot of sacks, but you have to be able to put bodies in front of his face and make those passes that he wants, let lob, because I'd rather take the interception or a turnover than sack. So if I can't get the sack, I'm going to disrupt you in the middle, and hopefully you can float a ball or miss a target, something like that, and we're in prime position. So I think if the Cowboys understand that, how to defend him, I think Cowboys will be okay. And then, offense is offense. But Tom been doing it for so long. He understands that. And he understands how teams would like to, defend it. So I'm pretty sure he'll understand that. But at the same time, you have to execute it. At the end of the day, you have to execute it. But if I was the Cowboys, that's where I would go. I would come straight up the middle and put the pressure on them from there.
There's a lot. We're talking to Vince Wilfork, obviously a two-time Super Bowl champ, notably with the New England Patriots. Vince, there's a lot of people that say that in the history of professional sports, there's only 3 guys that walked into an arena and the game was over before they blew the first whistle. And that was Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, and Mike Tyson. And I wonder, for a guy that was with Tom Brady, did you ever feel that, or was that ever tangible, where you walked into a stadium and you could sense from the other team it was a wrap before kickoff?
Sometimes, yeah, but it was more about the weather for me. We knew playing in New England, you come up there in December, and it's cold and it's snowing. I remember Arizona coming up there, and I had a buddy in for a role play for Arizona at the time. He said, Vince, we were done before we hit the field. It was cold. We didn't know what type of shoes to wear. They were so worried about the weather. It was like, man, get me out of this weather. But, I think at the professional level, I don't think a lot of guys think like that, because we are professional, we are good. But like in the college, absolutely college. But as far as the NFL, nah, because you become targets, you come, like Tom become a target weekly, over the course of the year playing with the Patriots and winning. He's a target. He's a bullseye. So everybody want a piece of him. Everybody want a piece of the Patriots every time you play. I don't care if you haven't won a game. They want a piece of him because they think any given Sunday, So it's a lot harder in pros than it is in college.
I got to tell you, I find it fascinating when younger guys who intercept Brady have the guts to go up to him after a game and say, Mr. Brady, can you please autograph this football?
Sign this for me. And Brady, my thing, if Brady do it, kudos to him. But I was one of those players, after the game, I'm leaving the field. I never stayed back to shake hands. And it wasn't nothing from disrespect or anything like that. It was just, I'm ready to go. We played the game, it's time to go in. I don't got time to mingle and all that, Even if I played with guys and against guys that I played with in college, I'll talk to you in offseason. So for him to sign balls and jerseys and all that stuff, kudos to him, because I will never in a million years do it.
Yeah, talking to Vince Wilfork, you're down in South Florida now, right?
South Florida right now, baby.
They trying to get you into the Dolphin world, or are you staying strong on that?
I'm all set, baby. I'm in the Food Network and NFL world. That's my world.
And the guys told me you got a new career on your hands with the Food Network, doing some tailgating stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tailgating competition show, NFL and Food Network. They partner up, first time collaborating, and me and my co-host Sonny Anderson, we go to these stadiums and we have 2 teams compete, for cookies though, and it's 3 rounds. It's round 1 is 20 minutes, round 2 is 30 minutes, round 3 is 40 minutes, and the first round is all about cooking something small, then the second round is about something that you can hold in one hand between something, and the last round is basically your main dish. You got to come with it. And we watch these teams compete to the highest level, and what they create is amazing. You would think these guys are chefs. That's how good they are in that short amount of time. That's how great they are with being cooks. But no, they're fans that love the tailgate. And we just have a blast, and we just go around, because tailgating is one of the fans' favorite, one of the sports' most memorable and favorite things to do before a game is a tailgate. So I think we hit it pretty good. I think the fans loved it. The team, we loved it. It's a blessing in the sky to be working with such a great group and Food Network and NFL collabing with it.
By the way, Sad, they don't
good.
pick the thin guy who retired to do the
I still eat, though.
to do the
I
cooking
still
show.
eat, trust me. I still
They're
eat.
like, let's get the 300-pound guy to do the cooking show. There's my guy right
Yeah.
there. All right, before we let you go here, and by the way, what was that? Some kind of adult farmer dating site or something?
No, man, look at that's how I roll when I'm in my farm. When I'm working at home outside, I put my overalls in. That's how I come together. But I'm half that man.
I'm going to ask that you not do that anymore, please.
No, that's my staple, baby. You might catch me in the grocery store with it on. I love it. The old lady, the old women love it.
Yes! Yes!
He's at the Circle K.
They love it. I'm telling you, those are my biggest fans, guys. 60 and up.
All right, before I let you go, I got to put you on the spot. The sex symbol that you are down in Florida in your overalls. Give me your AFC and your NFC reps in the Super Bowl. Who do you got?
Ooh, I think the Super Bowl gonna come out of the AFC. I do believe that. I like where Cincinnati is headed, and I think Buffalo is pretty strong. And you can't count Kansas City out, but I think AFC is tough. It's really tough, and now Buffalo have a lot more to play for. It seems like they're playing with a chip on their shoulder. And you go to the NFC. How good can the 49ers offense be in the playoffs?
Sure.
Their defense is good. But how good can their offense be, right? And then of course Philly. You're looking at Philly.
So you basically you just picked every single team that's in the postseason.
Every one
like
of them.
Craig.
So guess what? The moral of the story is it's a cornfield.
Hey, there you go. Hey, final thing, and I apologize. On a serious note, DeMar Hamlin. Obviously, you watched that, whether you watched it live or not, it's immaterial. But as a guy who played the game, a guy who obviously witnessed, bad injuries, broken bones, concussions, and things like that. As you watch that unfold, just emotionally, as a dad, as a husband, and as a guy who played in the NFL, what was the kind of gamut of emotions that ran through you?
It ran as he was my brother. It's like he was a family member. I was so concerned about him as a person, a human being. It wasn't nothing to do with football and what we play for. It was all about another human to another human. Like, is he okay? And I think a lot of people lost sleep that night. We lost sleep and just worrying, thinking about this young man that's 24 years old, what he's going through in his family. So my heart went out to him. Football is a great team sport. Our fraternity is amazing. And throughout the world, you can just see how people just came and showed the human nature in feeling bad and worried for another human. Nobody said anything about playing the game. Nobody said anything about how much he made. Nobody said anything about that. We was all concerned about his health and his well-being. And I love to see that. So that's how I took it. And I'm glad he's making a full recovery. That's amazing. And he's a truly blessed human being. So my heart went out to him and his family, and I'm glad he's back on the up and up.
Well, listen, it's good seeing you, pal. Thanks so much for coming on. And next time you're up in New York, swing by, open door always. And best to you and your family. We'll see you down in Florida sometime soon. Hey there. Thank you so much for watching The Carton Show. You can subscribe right here to get all the latest bits and segments from the show. And by the way, while you're at it, we have a lot of great shows on FS1, so check them out too.